While I was doing some morning meditations, got this absolute naughty gaff in the forest. It's actually well peaceful. Anyway, in this one, I'm going to talk to you about how to destroy 99% of guys who cold approach. And by watching this live stream all the way through, I'm gonna go deep, like how to actually get results from cold approach, how you can actually set yourself apart from every other pickup loser out there who's just running the same old stuff, front stopping every woman that he sees, London day game model. Oh, you're from France. When I think about France, I think about you with the baguette under your arm. Just all of this nonsense that dehumanizes your conversations, takes you further away from those cosmic connections, and ultimately just makes you sound like a fucking weirdo. So, yeah, if you know who I am, my name's Kristian. I travel the world and I help entrepreneurs, business owners, and high achievers get dates on demand through organic attraction. So, if you resonate with me, you like what I do, consider subscribing, drop the live stream a like. Let's get into it. So, I wanna talk to you boys about the way that I actually use cold approach now. So the way that I use it in my daily life, the way that I get my clients to start thinking about it. Because for me, the biggest shift has been a shift in paradigm. Okay. When I first got started with cold approach, I would cold approach purely to cold approach. Okay. And this is where most guys start, but this is where most guys get stuck. And I guarantee you're in this place right now because this is, apart from my content, this is essentially the only thing that is taught online when it comes to cold approach. It's, oh, go outside, do some approaches, go back, text the numbers. If they didn't flake, then you can schedule a date with them. That's like tier one of cold approach, right? It's a very limited short-term viewpoint of the skill set, right? It's go out, do some approaches, get some numbers, go on some dates, yada, yada, yada. I think personally that this is actually the lowest form of leverage for this top 1% decentralized skill set. Like, it's fine to start there, but don't get stuck there. Like, the streets where you're seeing me do the majority of my approaches. The streets are the training ground, right? The streets are like the dojo where you're getting trained up, but you don't want to just get stuck on the streets, right? The streets are going to give you everything that you need, right? You're going to get the foot traffic, you're going to get the volume, you're going to get girls who are in a rush, girls who've got boyfriend, you're going to understand objection handling, you're going to develop emotional resilience, your social skills are going to get skyrocketed, you'll be having conversations with groups of girls, single girls, maybe you're speaking with a few girls and then some homeless guy infiltrates your conversation. You're going to need to know how to marinate in the moment, spend time under tension, how to open, how to converse, how to close. You're going to get everything that you need on the streets. But the way that I use this skill set now is I view cold approach as a social sport, right? So when I'm going out, I'll aim to speak to at least 5 new people every single day, right? So I'm going out, walking to get the train, or like if I'm in the Uber, talking to the driver. If I see a pretty girl walk past me, might just give her a flyby compliment. If she seems receptive, I'll stay, I'll have a convo, I'll see what she's up to. I've just got this very seduce the world, detached from outcome mentality now, right? Because I've put so many reps in, I've forged a new identity through the fires of adversity. I've spent so much time in the social trenches. The formula that I live by is, like, if you truly want to integrate this skill set into your busy lifestyle, it's immersion, abundance, and then transcendence, right? So meaning, if you're right at the start of your cold approach odyssey right now, then you are going to be cold approaching purely to cold approach. And that's okay, right? If you've never done this before, just start going out. Just set yourself the intention. If you do have a lot of social anxiety built up, just aim to do one direct cold approach every single day for the next 30 days, right? That's a perfect formula that any beginner can use to get started, right? You're going to overcome that initial resistance or approach anxiety, whatever the industry terms it. Approach anxiety is not real. It's just terminology that was created by the industry to sell you something that you don't actually need. It's not real. It's all in your head, right? You don't have social anxiety. You just lack practice. If I didn't go to the gym for the next year of my life, I'd start to lose definition. If I stayed in this beautiful fortress in the forest for the next year and didn't speak to anybody, I would start to develop symptoms of social anxiety. It doesn't mean I'm a socially anxious person. I just lack practice. I just lack reps. That's essentially that's all guys lack in this space. It's consistent immersion. It's just reps, reps, reps. It's not overthinking, it's overdoing, right? There's just this analysis paralysis. You're watching too many videos. You're consuming too much BS, manospheric, red pill content. Become a high value man, make lots of money, get ripped, get jacked, have a fucking Lambo, have a yacht, and then beautiful women are magically going to be throwing themselves at you. It's a complete fallacy, right? The greatest investment you can make into your life is your social ability, your ability to actually deliver your value to the world. There's no good having all of these materialistic trophies if you still can't go over and talk to that pretty girl. It's like working your bollocks off to buy a Lamborghini and then being too scared to drive it. So the reason why I know this is true, the reason why I know this whole looks, money, status is complete garbage without having the social skills to back it up. The reason why I know this to be true is because these are the guys who I work with, right? I work with guys who have it all on paper. I have guys who are absolutely crushing it in most areas of life. They've got a glittering career. They've got a lot of money in the bank. They're living a fully independent lifestyle. They've achieved financial freedom. But it's still the women's side of things which is eluding them, right? So that what that speaks to is it's not what you have, it's who you are, right? It's developing this core belief in yourself where you're able to operate from a place of wholeness rather than from a place of lack. So in a really simple concept, you need to start talking to more people, right? Reps, reps, reps. So if you are completely new, just set the intention to do one direct cold approach every single day for the next 30 days. If you're serious about getting points on the board fast, like if you really want to rep this out, what I want you to do is have a 30-day obsession period, right? A 30-day obsession period where you aim to go hard with this skill set, right? 30 direct cold approaches every single week for the next 30 days. By the end of that month, you'll have done 120 direct cold approaches. In my experience, it takes about 120 direct cold approaches to start develop proficiency. So get those done ASAP. If you are struggling, get in contact with me. Like I always say to you boys, one approach with me is worth about 30 on your own. I'm working with a guy out here in Stockholm at the moment, really high level guy in his 40s, recently sold his company for a lot of money. So now he's got that luxury lifestyle where he doesn't have to worry about working, his finances are in check. But he said the reason why he reached out to me is because he didn't have the time to piss away anymore, right? He's like, because we were doing our coaching session in Stockholm whenever it was 2 days ago, because he flew all the way from the United States as well, by the way. And within about 10 minutes of being with me, I pinpointed about 10 things that he was doing wrong with his approaches. And after those 10 minutes, he was absolutely flying. And he said to me, and he posted a voice message into the WhatsApp group as well. He was like, this would have just taken me millions of hours to work all of this shit out on my own, right? I didn't know what I didn't know. I was just shooting in the dark, hoping that my value would be able to get these girls attracted. But it didn't, right? You need a framework, you need a playbook, you need accountability, you need someone who's going to tell you, listen, you're doing this, this, and this wrong. This is what we need to fix. Within 10 minutes, the guy is absolutely flying. He's approaching, he's having those longer conversations, he's getting the women invested. He's getting phone numbers, he's scheduling dates. He's still the same guy. He's just got a new skill set now, right? He's been, like, the path has been illuminated. If he hadn't come and flown out to meet me in Stockholm, he would have continued doing the same shit wrong and then most likely give up on it and been like, oh, well, this doesn't work, right? So get those reps in. That's the most important point. If you've got somebody who can give you some feedback, then great, because there's most likely a lot of things that you're doing wrong at the moment. Again, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah, I meet so many guys in this space who've been doing it for way longer than I have, and they've got no results to actually show for it, right? It's like, oh, I've been parading around the pavement 8 hours a day, not getting anywhere. Nobody should be parading around the pavements for 8 hours a day anyway, but anyway, that's a different story. I'm all about efficiency with this skill set, okay? So if you can have this obsession period where it's almost like you learn it all so you can forget it all, right? You're not going out on the streets to stay on the streets. You're having this obsession period. You're going out on the streets, giving yourself everything that you need. And then the way that I use this skill set now is it's a social sport. I'm enjoying myself when I'm going out there. At our last Entourage meetup that we had in Manchester, we had like our Entourage guys in Manchester and we were just taking over the city, right? We were just laughing our way through life. We were just having fun with this skill set. Like, it's called game, right? It's fun. It should be a fun social sport to play. But the majority of guys, especially guys who are really deep entrenched in the pickup rabbit hole, they see it as this militant, systematic, formulaic process. Must go out, must do my 10 approaches, vibe, stack, has she hooked yet? And it castrates you of your confidence because it's just so much up here in your head. So once you've developed proficiency, after you've done those 100 direct cold approaches, just see how you can start integrating it into your lifestyle, right? So you don't need to be going out for these hardcore sessions. When you're on your way to the gym, when you go into the bookshop, when you're in the cafe, the coffee shop, in the taxi, just start opening people more often. Like that's essentially all cold approach comes down to. It's opening a lot of people. It's just extending these invitations as you're walking down a busy high street, just saying good morning to people, just saying hello, making eye contact with the beautiful women. And then if you get the impression that one of the women who you made eye contact with is receptive, then you can double back. Then you can go over to her. Then you can be like, yo, I saw you checking me out. I'm not just a piece of meat, I've got feelings and stuff. Like, what are you doing today? And the reason why you're now able to act on immediacy and seize these opportunities is because you've already had this obsession period. You've already got the social reps in, and now you can play the game purely as a social sport. Now you can have fun with it because you've already proved to yourself that you can do the thing. Does that make sense? I really hope this makes sense because this channel, the videos that I create, they're not about giving you these stupid 5 tricks to get any woman into bed, say this, whatever. It's like, this is the stuff that actually works. I've been at this social game now for the best part of 14 years. When guys work with me, the reason why they get life-changing results fast is because they're getting almost a decade and a half of social expertise condensed into a single weekend. This is why I say I'm the best in the world at what I do. This is why I say I've got the best client results in the industry, because evidence has got the loudest voice. There's a link below. You can look at my website. You can listen to my testimonial. You can go onto my Instagram page at Casanova Dating. You can listen to what my clients say about me. There's a reason why when guys work with me, they're going on multiple dates a week. There's a reason why they're going on multiple dates on the same day. There's a reason why my guys get full-on girlfriend experiences just 2 days after working with me. There's a reason why there's guys in my network in their 40s did 15 direct cold approaches, got himself a girlfriend who's now flying halfway across the world to be with him. Another guy in his 50s, he's now dating women like half his age. Another 50-year-old who I worked with in Krakow last year, within a week of us working together, he returned home, met this 25-year-old, she became his girlfriend, and now they're in a relationship. Like, these are real life people having real life experiences through the discipline of day game. But it's learn day game, don't become a day gamer. This is what I teach. I don't want anybody associated with me to become a pickup artist, to be running around the streets accusing every woman of being French. It's not about that. It's like, I give you the playbook, I hold you accountable, I give you the skill set in super fast time, but we then use this decentralized skill set of the awake 1% wherever and wherever we go. And it's like, how far can we take this? Like in Stockholm at the moment, I've got multiple guys from the United States who are all flying in to meet up with us. We've got an Entourage Meetup happening here. We introduced two new members into the Entourage this week. One of the guys, he came across my videos 2 days ago. He's flying into the city today. I'm going to meet him. What we're going to do is we're going to be just the way that I frame it is like this social sport use of cold approach is we can all go around the city together. We can approach big groups of Scandinavian women, or maybe like 2 of us can approach 2 Scandinavian women, be like, yo, where's good round here? Oh, like we're about to go over to this bar to get some whiskey sours. You should come join us, bring your friends as well. Like, this is like where you go from this loser solo player to this life game entrepreneur, this social orchestrator where you've got your boys, you're going around the city together, you're enjoying yourself, and then you're inviting all the women that you meet into things that you're already doing. Like the date is not dependent on her inclusion. You don't come across as this sleazy pickup guy anymore. It's like, yo, I'm a cool guy, I've got my boys around me, we're gonna go to this rooftop bar, all you girls should come as well, like bring your friends, like post it on Insta and get all your other friends to come. Like this is how you actually play this game. It's not just being this solo player who's trying to conquer the game on his own, this like perpetual lone wolf approach. It's not sustainable, it's not healthy. This is the reason why I put community first. This is the reason why I make my community the product, the entourage. That's what this is about. We go to every city, we take over the cities, we invite all these girls into the party that we're creating. Social orchestration, viewing cold approach as a social sport. Like my good friend Joseph says, cold approach is not a solo sport, it's a team sport and it's an extreme sport. The amount of guys who I've got emails from or DMs on Instagram like, oh, Kristian, I tried cold approach for a month, but then I got burnt out because it was too much. I'm like, yeah, dude, how many people were you doing this with? Like, did you have a masculine support system in place? Did you get to attend weekly group coaching calls? Did you have someone in your corner who was there to push you, to guide you, to become all you can be? Well, no, I was kind of watching videos and trying to do it all on my own. Dude, that formula is over a decade out of date, right? That whole lone wolf approach, it's not the way to play this anymore. Like, yeah, sure, you might get a few results here and there, but the thing that I teach, this is how you get consistent, reliable results from cold approach. It's using cold approach as a catalyst for the rest of your life. The streets will give you everything that you need, but don't get stuck on the streets. All game is, right? Because Socrates said the beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. I define game as learning how to get what we want. Yeah. 4 years ago, I'd never done a direct cold approach in my entire life. I was a complete newbie to cold approach. Fast forward 4 years, the person I am today at 27 years old, the entire journey from where I started to where I'm at now is documented on this channel. And the reason why I've created this catalog of chronological content is to inspire you. I started off in the absolute mud. I started off as a porn addict who had erectile dysfunction. I looked like a turnip, I dressed like a moron, I couldn't pull a muscle, I had no idea how to attract the women that I wanted. I was always used to settling for the women that I thought I could get. I didn't know how to approach. I didn't know how to carry a conversation. I didn't know how to close. I didn't know how to set up the perfect first date. I didn't know what I didn't know. But by working like a relentless savage, I've become the person that I am today. And it doesn't happen by luck, it happens by design. Cold approach has been the thing that has changed my life completely. It goes deeper than just talking to girls, right? This is about becoming that renegade, that maverick, that freedom from bullshit practitioner who goes after what he wants with unapologetic conviction. And then that bleeds into the rest of your life. Everything that you do, you've got that, you're oozing that rock star confidence. Men want to be you, women want to be with you. You're just walking through the world, you're turning heads, you're dating the women that you want now. Everything feels amazing. You're traveling, you've got your boys around you, you've got this multi-international lifestyle. That's what this skill set is about. It's becoming the most fuckable version of yourself. It's forging a new identity through the fires of adversity. It's not about dating apps or alcohol-infused nights out or try to strategically get women through your social circle. Freedom from bullshit practitioner. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a pickup artist. I'm not a fucking day gamer. I'm a freedom from bullshit practitioner. I'm creating the #1 network on the planet for guys who want to master the art of daytime cold approach, become the most fuckable version of themselves, and develop that true core rockstar confidence. So if you want to work with me, there's a link below. If you've not done so already, definitely download my free courses. I give away information and I charge for implementation. I go super deep in the courses. You'll find everything that you could possibly need to get started on this channel and in those free courses. Everything is there. You've got all the information. What you lack is implementation. What you lack is somebody to give you the keys to the kingdom, hold your hand through this process, and ultimately just believe in you, right? That's what it is. Belief. Belief follows action though, right? Belief follows action. You're not going to believe in yourself by watching videos. Get out there, forge a new identity through the fires of adversity, and don't die with your music still inside of you, because eternity's a long time and we're too long dead, right? I'm going to go meet with the guys from the Entourage. We're going to have an incredible week together in Stockholm. If you're not in the Entourage, apply to become part of the Entourage. I'll speak with you boys tomorrow. Mwah!